So in today's video, we're going to be analyzing a Russian team who's playing in some EU Cashout Scrims. So this is essentially where some of the top players, typically teams, in this case it is 4 different teams, get into a private match to basically simulate what a ranked Cashout round would be. Now, this is going to be a little bit different from what you typically see. I might try to break down some of the things that are happening, but still try to give as much coaching and feedback as I can. Now, since this is a scrim with a lot of top teams, there might be a little bit less things to critique because these players are going to be playing quite well. But even at the top, there's still going to be the odd mistake that people make. So I'm going to be trying to point that out. And specifically, we're going to be looking at teamwork, because when it comes to scrims and there's 4 different teams that are all working really well together, your teamwork is going to be one of the biggest factors that separate the good players from the great players. And as I've said before, if you're interested in any coaching, feel free to join the Discord. There is a channel in my Discord for submissions, link in the below description. And if you don't want it to be public in a YouTube video or on stream, you can always DM me. There is a fee for private coaching, but we can figure that out. Now let's get right into the video. So when it comes to this next one, this is by Swix or Menshi1KD, is their in-game name. Now the comment says, "You already know everything," so that is not much to go off of, but let's see. So it looks like we have a heavy winch gameplay. Standard gadgets, perfectly fine with this. 1080, 60, ooh, we like that. Like that. For competitive gaming, 14 or 10. I mean, 1080 will get you more frames. I use 1440 because I think it looks better. But I find it's hard to go back to 1080 after I've been using 1440 for a while. Okay, sorry, let me... is there a moment that he flashed his teammates? No, okay. So we have a light with SH, cloak, and then we have medium, heal beam, and thermalis. Okay, we got to see the teams here. Okay, so we got HML, we got HML, and we got HML. And then we're also playing HML. Good to see the HML meta is shining. This looks like it is in World Tour. World Tour is obviously going to play a little bit differently, but it does seem like every single team has all the same clan tags. So that means that we're facing a bunch of 3 stacks, which should be a good showing of actual skilled players, or at least more competent players, rather than just the solo queue players that are mindlessly just kind of aping everything, playing with your friends. There's a little bit more pressure to actually play with them and play correctly. So hopefully we get some exciting gameplay here. That's good. The RPG into the dome, that is a good initiation. Good follow-up as well. I like it. Oh, the audio sounds weird. Okay, I think this is the one where I was told they're Russian. So they use some sort of AI thing to remove the voices. For anybody in the future, you don't have to remove your voice if you're not speaking English. Obviously, it'd be nice to, as long as you can avoid, saying anything too inappropriate in whatever language you speak. So that way it doesn't go through onto a video. I would like to try to avoid stuff like that. But yeah, you don't have to try and alter the audio, because then it ends up making everything sound a little muffled, as you can see here. But so far, everything's been pretty good. Your team fight at the beginning was good. You guys went instantly to the objective. You guys have set up quite well. You do have another C4. Or, sorry, you have a C4 that you haven't really placed here. So that's good. You did just place it, as I was commenting on that, so that is good to see. Nice, so your light got a pick. You guys instantly rotated around to try and follow up off that pick, so that's good. You guys are paying attention, and you're trying to capitalize on the success of your teammates, which is good. Enabling each other is really, really big. Oh. Committed a little bit too hard to that fight when your teammates were just not quite there, ready to follow up, but luckily your medium is on the case with the revive quickly. Nice. Nice. Yeah, everything there was pretty good. I think you're going to get this uncontested, yeah. Okay, so we're going instantly to 3, it looks like. Oh, wait. You're getting picked. Oh, so yeah, we can see that both your teammates are taking a little bit of damage here. To quickly get up to the top floor, I would have went through the zip line that's just outside. So I would have ran outside to go up there rather than trying to stair attack. Unfortunately, your light is dead now. I think the C4 to retrieve him is totally fine. But you got to be aware of that. And that happens way more often than you expect, honestly. Like, I think it's smart to try and like bring him down with the C4. But you have to kind of like winch his body quickly because they will just go flying. Like the building blowing up, it basically like it projects outward because you have the C4 from below, which means that all the debris is sort of flying up, which just flings your teammate's body. Oh, a little too early on that. Oh, you're panicking, you're panicking. You're panicking. You just calm down a little bit. I think this is like a big thing. I think most people who are really trying to get into like comp in any FPS is like nerves really get the best of you. I used to deal with it a lot. The best thing that helped me, like, say back in the day when I was a wee little teenager playing like competitive Call of Duty, I'd be entering in like online tournaments, even some of them for money, whether me or my team paid money to enter in the tournament, or there's just some money on the line. Even there was like some tournaments that were like for sponsorship deals, stuff like that. Even as a kid, it was like I had to get over a lot of those nerves. The best way is just continuously put yourself in high pressure situations. So continuously enter into tournaments where there are people watching. Even like streaming, trying to like let people watch you. Constantly doing like ranked, even like doing solo queue ranked. Like a lot of this stuff stresses you out. The more that you expose yourself to situations like that, you know, it's essentially just exposure therapy. Like eventually you will kind of get over that. You're going to relax a little bit more. And then a lot of situations like that, you're just going to win because now that you're like, oh, whatever, I've experienced entering in tournaments and doing this and that. Like, I don't have to worry about this situation where there's just 2 players that are pushing me and I'm soloing. Like whenever I'm in a world tour and then ranked, I don't like that pressure doesn't really like build up. I just don't really care anymore because I put myself in enough stressful situations to kind of calm down from that. So that is probably like the best way is just kind of exposure therapy. Just continuously push yourself to keep doing, you know, high stress situations like this. Eventually you're just going to stop caring, and that is when things are going to start to be a little bit smoother. But I can see your aim is perfectly fine when you're confident, but then those moments like this where you start to like panic a little bit, things might not be going in your favor. It's just going to snowball into you just failing a lot more and more. I also want to see people using spectator a lot more. If your entire team is wiped, it's so much better to just get some value out of this. Like now that you're moving the camera, you should have been moving the camera the whole time. Figure out where every player is if you can. Calm that to your team. Oh, look, there's this full team that's posted up in this one specific situation. That makes it really easy for our team to kind of like win. So they're all in a corner and we have RPG and frags. We know where this corner is. Let's just pre-nade it and then instantly run in there and jump RPG. Like we can just wipe teams like that. So using spectators is really, really good because now we go into these situations a little bit blind. Maybe we would have known that this is where they could have potentially came from had we done that scouting ahead of time with the camera. Oof. Still winnable. We need to get really aggressive on these players that are up top. Oh, unfortunate. Then the call should be to wait. Okay, so 5 is like across the map. You guys are too far away to get D. B just spawned very, very close to you. There's a good chance that Holthouse or the Assault, like mall building, are going to be where the Cashouts spawn, like the next vaults. There could also be a second vault near 5, which would be annoying, but I would just kind of like wait a little bit before overcommitting to a specific situation. Going to D here is putting yourself in a bad scenario where you could potentially get third-partied or shot at by other teams like Pink is shooting here. Should be an easy cleanup though. But yeah, now we're pushing 5. But there's more likely going to be a team that spawns there and taps that first. And yeah, 5 was tapped by purple, and they're also on a roof shooting at you guys. And where is 6? So 6 also seems to have spawned kind of near there, which does suck. I was saying there's a potential to do this. I've seen this spawn before with vaults, and I hate it. It's really, really annoying. Because 5 basically has to walk through every potential enemy just to bring 5 to a cash out. So here I would have probably went for the 5 interrupt rather than going for this tap here. It gives you the chance to interrupt 2 of them, but there's a good chance that there's going to be multiple teams fighting over 6 because the 5 is going to get plugged really quickly, which yeah, it did. But if you're able to stop it, there could have been a fight that happened over that cache instead of a fight happening here, and it makes it very difficult for you guys to kind of like come out on top here, knowing that there's so many teams here, and that purple that just got the plug, there's a good chance that they're going to come back, so you're going to have to fight a lot of teams for this. So it could be beneficial to just leave and start moving towards A to make sure it doesn't get doubled. You really want it to be split in this situation. The only struggle is like, you guys kind of need the plug, so positioning in a way where you can kind of deal with both would be nice, but you can see you're fighting purple right now. Purple has it plugged, pink is wipe, so we're facing both the team that's in first place that more than likely just wants to double it because they want the chaos, or it might be orange that is going to be in your way. Pink, there's a good chance that they spawn at B. So if your teammate Itachi can just get out with grapple and just go for that plug, that would be really, really nice. Or wait, were they on grapple? No, sorry, they're on cloak. My bad. That was the last bot review. They got the gateway though. This is good. Okay, your light's doing their job, which is nice to see. They're going for the plug. Oof, unfortunate. Alright, so we're coining in. Ooh. Nice. Nice wipe on purple. Yeah, purple's definitely trying to grief you guys out. Yeah, you guys desperately need to hold this. You guys should have a lot of teams here now. Oh. Nice, nice winch. Oh. Okay, good. Your teammate was able to stop that. Nice. Okay, that is a call. I'm assuming the VOD has like 2 videos. We'll just be watching the one. So I'm kind of skimming through it because I know this is like a long video. So this is cut, I guess, like multiple different games. They didn't call? Are you sure about that? They got second place. This would have been a qualification. Yeah, they did qual. So I'm wondering if these are like private scrim matches or something? Because this is like Cashout. Yeah, I think this is like private match scrims. Okay, cool. So we're getting some EU scrims. Don't know. Yeah, that was not messaged, or that was not left in the comments for this. So that is interesting. I guess we get a couple matches to review. I'll try and skim through them quickly then, so that we're not on this for too long. But we can get through like all the different games as long as we just kind of skip through to some of the important parts. Looks like we are fighting here. Oh, okay, so your teammate tried to set up the gateway and then got picked, which is super unfortunate, but he at least placed it. Nice. That was good play. That's good play. Your light died, but like he got a lot of value out of that life right there. Making sure that you guys get the plug. And you can tell that these players are like good because they're trying to stop these plugs, like they're positioning in a good spot. I like this. Okay, so this would be like the nice, but this is the way that you should be approaching fights, is like you take the rooftop and then you kind of go top down. Pull him into the wall. Okay, good. The teammate came to help out. Good. Probably turn that down a little bit. Let me know if the audio is too high or too low on the video. Okay, you guys won that. Okay, so... Okay, good. We went to rotate more central, but then in Sonic here, you guys rotate back. I like to see that. You guys are thinking ahead, it seems. Oof. Yeah, okay, so I can already see where this went wrong. So after you guys stole this from A, or sorry, after they were trying to steal this at A at the very last second, this is like... This is a moment where it's like, okay, communication should have been like, okay, we're leaving, either we're going 3 or we're going to clinic or something like that. I'm assuming was the comm here. And then we instantly like reroute once we see that 4 spawns here. This is one of those situations where it's like, we know that we just dealt with an enemy that was on our cash out. They are going to be pushing towards us. They see that 4 spawn here. They are 100% coming here. It's not that worth to like force trying to get this tap in order to get like the 1K or whatever. It's much, much better to just try and position together. So at this point, it would have been better for your medium to just reroute towards your teammate Itachi, the light. Instead, what we do is we instantly go up to 4, as if there's not going to be any enemies here. But it's like we're all not ready for this fight. Like, sure, we're grouped up, which is really good. But we are in a situation where like we're trying to go for this tap. They're all going to collapse on you and your team. It's so much smarter to just go and approach it from the side. Go approach from the top. Or even if you want to go up from the bottom and just slowly take floor by floor. But just kind of cramping yourself together on an objective like this is just bound to lead to death. And your light ends up getting picked off because they were trying to regroup to you, rather than trying to regroup in a position where you don't expect the enemies to be. Trying to regroup at an objective is like just asking for a loss. Regroup and then go to the objective. Don't regroup at the objective. Important distinction. So now orange will plug this into D. We get a spawn near C right after purple plugs it. And if I saw that correctly... Let's see. Check the sideboard. Okay, so we see here that purple is missing one. Purple just plugged it. This obviously means that there's a fight happening. Orange is going to be on the other side at hospital. They're more than likely going to be shooting at you guys, watching over as the fight happens here. But we have both pink and we have purple fighting currently. They're both missing a team member. So this is just a third-party situation, but you have to position yourself correctly. So taking the roof is not bad, but you need to make sure that you're positioning on the right side of the roof, because if you're positioning too far towards where orange can just beam you, if that light has LH1 or whatever, like you're gonna get screwed over. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, and there it is. You're fighting pink while also getting shot at by... Yeah, see, this is what I was kind of just saying, basically, is like, we have two teams that are fighting right now. We need to make sure that we're positioning correctly. Positioning on the right side of the building and then slowly flushing people out makes a lot more sense than just beelining it for the objective, trying to steal, because now we're just like going to get collapsed and pinched by two different teams. Like you're putting yourself in a situation where you're going to get third partied. If you're like, wow, I can't believe this fucking team shooting at me. Why is pink fighting us? Like, why are they defending it for purple? Like, you got to realize, like, you put yourself in this situation. You have more than enough information to know that this can and will happen. Let's hope that you guys are able to just kind of clutch this up. Two of you guys are dead. It's just your medium up. Medium could potentially clutch. Now, okay, I just saw that. Purple is fully up. So now there is no threat for them. Pink is dead. You guys are both dead. So there's only one person on your team. So now you're in a 1v3 situation because you just tried to take the point. There is over a minute and a half on that point when you went for the steal. That is more than enough time to go for a fight. This is and then, yeah, your team is like itching on that trigger now that they're tapping it. This is really like unfortunate. Like this is a pretty like low bait. Is like, oh, let me just, yeah, I can 1v3 this for sure. Yeah, I can 1v3 this. I got to make sure that they don't steal it. There's over a minute left, but I need to make sure that they don't steal it. It's just low mentality. They actually probably could have baited that medium in. Luckily, they didn't actually go for the flip. You guys are very lucky they did not go for the flip. They should have 100% just stuck that. They should have 100% just stuck that. It seemed like your medium was like scared of them flipping it, but luckily they kept letting go, which allowed them to just come up and res. And now you guys are fully reset. Yeah, purple really threw this one. Really threw this one. Oh no. And the light getting picked off. And now you guys are getting shot at by orange because you're not positioning on like the correct side of the building. Oh. The enemy teams are like handing you guys W's. And unfortunately we're not taking them. We are not taking them. Oh. Yeah, we just have to go for the 5 tap here. Wait. It got glitched, didn't it? It got glitched. The gateway got glitched. And then 5 got stolen. Either that or he went too far and it just got stolen, but that sucks. This is why actually a lot of times my team and I, what we do is the heavy and the medium sit on my gateway while I push with my gateway to make sure that if I need to come back and take a fight because, oh shit, they're about to like interrupt this, they're about to steal this from us, then I can come back and we can take a fight. Or they can just hold up shield, just make sure that the gateway is safe. And then eventually I just drop it. I just say, let me know if I have to panic drop. And then they're like, okay, drop it. And then I just quickly drop it wherever I am. That way they can take it, and then we can either all push back together, we can all take the gateway together, whatever we want to do. That there's options, or we just wait for the Cashout to come through if it's close enough, and then we just hold the Cashout and wait for them to take it. So yeah, making sure that that gateway actually goes through is really, really important. All you guys pushing together when he has gateway set up makes no sense. Like, if you're the heavy, just sit on that gateway. The light's going to be faster anyway. Nice, so we pop from 6, so we get this B plug. At least we're getting A plug here. And it seems like these are the only ones that are going to matter. Okay, let's go ahead and break down this fight a little bit more. So, they're coming through here, right? This is a good pick. You need to just stick with your teammate right now. So this, like, just stick with your teammate. Like, or sorry, I worded that wrong. Your team needs to stick together in general. I'm mainly speaking for the medium here. It's like everybody needed to stick together here and like play as a unit. And it's totally fine to like take the fight up top, or if we want to drop down, just quickly drop down and look for safety, or let the lights scout for safety first. But like, your team was like not really like. This is like a tricky thing to kind of like word, because yes, you guys were together, but it's like you guys weren't playing for each other in that moment. And it was like, somebody's dead, let's just kind of panic. It's fine to try to get the res up there. We could use the vents as cover. We can quickly go there, but it's like we don't have information on the rest of the map. Dropping down here was like instantly like, okay, now you're opening up the potential for a third party. And that's exactly what happened. Or oh my god, I'm wording. I'm not using the correct words. You're dropping down here with the potential of running into the third teammate, because we killed one. There was one up top, but it's like you guys were all up top and you saw one up there, and we dropped and fell into the other teammate. It's like if we take that 1v1 as the light, as the medium or whatever, or if we take that 2v1 up at the top there, if one of you guys die, that's fine. You can get the revive. So I'm like, stay together, like you guys can commit to the fight. But then running into the unknown is like really, really risky. Really risky. Oh, bad spawn. This hurts. This hurts. Definitely hurts. Torch. Alright, I'll go to the next screen.
Mm-hmm.
Good initiation using the RPG to entry, following up with winch, blasting them. Like everything there was smart. And your light, your medium fell off the map there. You like got the plug. Okay, so it looks like you got the plug, but now that you had to pick up your medium, we're fighting a little bit further back. Team's gonna be getting a jump pad. We're gonna try. Nice winch. Good winch. Good shit. Good shit. Nice. Oh, we got third partied. You guys can recover from this. Good. Good. Doming your teammate. I like that. Not being selfish with your domes is very smart. Orange was not able to punish. Oh, good range. Good range. Nah, okay. You guys are like... You guys are playing this very, very good so far. Nice. Good. Nice. Good fight. Good fight. We have pink up that is fighting purple on the other point, so all we have to worry about is orange now. Not hearing them at the moment. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that was kind of like a standard fight. You guys just won your fights on the roof. Nothing really special to comment on there. Yeah, you got time. You got time to set up. Okay, good. That is how you're supposed to place your C4 and knock it over. Bottom of the cash out, and then you knock it over from the other side. Good to see that. So we're hearing a lot of fighting going on over at C. So you guys just go for the third party. I think this is fine. Both these cash outs are pretty close to each other. They're staggered in a very like nice way where it's pretty easy to go from C to D and still play for both. So you guys rotating over to fight for this is good. You just have to keep in mind that every single team is up. And this is currently being flipped. So your best bet is to just chill out a little bit on this roof and let purple try and kill whoever is trying to steal this and then clean up the third party. Let's see if you guys do that or if you guys just instantly go in. No, you guys are waiting a bit. Okay. Ooh. Barely lived. This is fine. I would have actually stayed there with your teammate there and just chilled out a little bit. But I'm assuming you just said, well, they're not... I'm assuming the logic was like, okay, well, purple isn't instantly defending this, so this isn't worth our time, which I completely agree with. Taking the zip was a little bit risky because if that person had a little bit better aim, then you could have potentially died. Your teammate did die, unfortunately, but at least you guys have defender coin, so he's already back in the game. So I like this decision so far. And now that purple and orange are fighting, this would be a good time to try and sneak into the third party. Your entire team is back up. You guys are just waiting for... Yeah, this is perfect. Now is the time to go in. There's one left on purple, and full orange is up. Nice. Yep, see, purple's wiped. Pink just respawned. Pink is going to go for D, and that's completely fine. But you guys pushing in right now, and you as the heavy needs to be over there because you have dome and you have winch. That means that you can winch the cash out into a safer spot, dome it, your medium starts stealing, your light pushes around to try and get some picks with stun, with the DB. You can just kind of blast anybody with RPG. You can even set up C4 and then RPG it if they try and push you. You can blast them with the SA, but you need to be there with your team for that steal. But you guys have a pretty fair chance to just hop in there and instantly go for the steal, knowing that most of the orange team is more than likely going to be a little bit low if you want a third party. It seems like you guys just want to play it safe and said, no, let's just commit to ours, which is completely fine. Completely valid to just do this as well. But if you do want to choose the third party, I kind of gave you some of the tips there. Good, you got the double drop set up. That winch actually helped you. You got... you actually got saved by getting winched there. That's funny. Because that dome shield was going to cook you. Nice, set up the next C4 for the next drop. Place in the dome and make sure that you play your life. It's good. Oh, yeah. Very good, very good. You're just purely playing for that stall. You did exactly what you should have as a heavy there. That was well played. You set up the stall. You didn't even really care about the pink light. You said, whatever, you're wasting my time. Why would I shoot you? I need to stall. Make sure I'm saving my Cashout. Very good decision making there. Even like jumping around, making sure that the light has a harder time trying to kill you guys. Well executed. Nice, yeah, okay, so you see the gateway here? Instead of trying to find a glitch barrel, you guys know, okay, I can just, press this button here. And boom, now you're not able to use your gateway. Very good. Small things like this, utilizing the map correctly is very, very important. Waiting for your teammates so that you guys can push together is very good. Oh, I guess he called that he had a gateway. Okay, makes sense. Nice, getting ready for the double drop. I like it. And then instantly moving a floor below. Your light is dead, so obviously you guys are just trying to play a little bit more relaxed. You got defender coins, so you should be up within a safe enough time that you guys can just stall together. Grouping up together. This is good. This is where he should be. Nice. You didn't panic and instantly drop it. So they did tap here, but they got off it, which is nice. I feel like some people might have seen that they were stealing and instantly swap back and just try to blow it up. You are more calm and collected, which is really good to see. Not jumping the gun on stuff. Yes. You guys are playing very effectively together. Nice. I actually want to point this out for anybody that's watching right now. Some of the decisions that are being made here are like subtle but very good. So I want to point them out. So he goes in here to get the drop. He's here to watch it. And the reason is like he can winch this away if he's still sticking it. He has his RPG out in case he needs to panic drop it a second time. He sees that this person has stopped stealing, but he doesn't overcommit. We don't know where every other team is. This is the only active Cashout right now. There is a potential to have 3 full teams up. So this means that like the smartest decision is just to back out. You don't have to stall. You're not like you've done your job. You stop that steal. Like you can save your resources. You have another C4 up. You have your RPG up. You have winch up. These are all stalling things. If you die, that means that the enemies have a big opening to steal it back from you. So I like his decision making here. Now, obviously, this kind of sucks that you did die here. You're making the right decisions up until that point. I kind of glazed you and then shit happened. But yeah, the smart decision right here, this is really good. But then like leaving the building makes no sense. I don't know why you're leaving this building because as far as I'm aware, you have no intel on the hotel. You have no intel on the rooftops. You have no intel outside of like inside of the building. So pushing out here and then you run into multiple players, you get stunned and then you get picked off. Really bad. Like you need to play your life because you need to stop. So that was unfortunate. Kind of glazed you and then you did this. I don't know if you like panicked and got scared and ran out, but like you just need to play that room. You're perfectly fine playing that room. But now it's like you don't have your positioning to C4 or to RPG to winch. We might be able to get in here and winch. Yes, we do. Oh, that timing. You guys almost lost that. Almost lost that. Actually, I think you showed your teammates. Okay, okay. Ideal. These team like the way that your teammates are set up as well is like perfectly like meta. Like this is what I would like to see. Like jump pad, zipline, defib is pretty solid. You can even drop the zip or the defib for frag grenades if you want, but perfectly fine choices. The SH1900 is a unique one. I think the SH1900 is perfectly fine. It does take a little bit of getting used to it, but comboing it with the frag grenade makes a lot of sense. Make them a little bit weaker. It makes your SH have a little bit more consistency. If they're already weak, it makes the SH a little bit more reliable to land that 2-pump. So I think frag grenade with stun and gateway SH cloak is a fantastic loadout. So good decisions there. Yeah, very, very like meta, but it's like, or sorry, it's not like the most meta. It's like not the most obvious compositions and loadouts that you're gonna find, but everything that's being like all the decisions within the loadout makes sense. There's synergy, and it's like a good decision. So I'm happy with the team comp and loadout. Totally fine. Jump pad RPG. Ooh, you guys kind of got melted there, not gonna lie. You did have a good jump pad RPG, but I think the orange team just kind of blasted you guys too hard. And it's hard to speak for your teammates. I think they made more mistakes than you did there. At least with that fight specifically. Because both your teammates have been playing very, very well. Okay, good. I'm going to give you a little bit of a tip here, though. And this is like for everybody. So right here, this dome throw, I'm not a big fan of. If nobody's around and you don't need this dome to instantly pop, your best bet is to use the right click so that it is like a slower throw. Look straight up and then just let go of it. Like it flying through the air is what you want. Then you start stealing. It'll take about 1 second to 2 seconds for it to land. And you effectively get a little bit longer of a dome duration. Because if they started approaching you guys at, this moment where it disappears, so here, you could have had an extra like full second or something in order to make sure that steal goes through while the whole, or while you're still defended by the dome shield. So, like if someone was there shooting at you, if those deagle shots were at you, you could have potentially just died here and not actually got this steal. So little minor thing, but Positioning. I want you to have a little bit more of a what I'm looking for foresight into this. So where you are on the stairs here, it's a little tricky to escape. If you start getting shot at, it's just a little tricky to escape. You're gonna have to make this jump where you like kind of mantle, yeah, something like that. So it's just a little bit delayed if you are getting shot at. So I like that you're going to the rooftop, but you were at those stairs for a little bit too long for my liking. I would have just instantly gone up to the rooftop where you have a better approach. You have multiple escape routes. No matter where somebody approaches you from, you have a decision of where you could run to. Whereas at the stairs, it's like no matter where you get approached from, you're kind of screwed. Ooh, wasted the dome. Yeah, okay. This is kind of unfortunate. This just seems to have happened. The instant dome here, like, kind of worries me. I like that you have your dome out. You're ready for it. Obviously, I'm assuming you didn't even know that this jump pad was going to be placed because your light or your medium just kind of like panic placed it. But like, I would have went to a spot that was a little bit safer. You just got dropped. You still have a couple of seconds before you're going to get shot at again. Making sure that you assess your surroundings and find a place that's a little bit safer is going to be a lot better. I would have just dipped right back into the building or started running the opposite direction, hoping that somebody chases me. If one person chases you, that means that you and your two teammates now have a 2v2 because you've effectively dealt with one person. If you're going to be low, if you're in a really risky spot, trying to delay them and stall them basically means that they're out of the fight. That way your teammates can have a better fight. If you just instantly die, then your teammates are just going to be pushed in a 3v2s. Playing your life is really, really important here. Having your RPG out here is not good. You're not going to get value out of this RPG because there's not going to be a spot where you can hit them without damaging yourself. So I'm glad that you swapped to your 12, but I don't like the thought wasn't even there. Unless you instantly whip around with an RPG and just quickly shoot it at the jump pad before they even take it, that would have been a little bit better. You probably would have been able to get that kill first of all. Oh, that hurts. That's why the SH sometimes just isn't it. But yeah, like we all need to play our life here because we're so close to the end of this cash out. Like just playing our life is really, really important so that we can get the stall. But unfortunately, we did not get it. Alright, so we're approaching orange after they tapped 3. Nice. I like that you brought the barrel. Getting some use out of the barrel is really nice to see. This should be an easy win for you guys. Yeah, good job. We're going to D, because the other team went to C. Oh! Unfortunate. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, you guys got too split here. Way too split. So okay. Oh, this hurts a little bit. So he throws his gateway, right? And then takes the zip, and then the medium or sorry, the light throws the gateway, but the light was already getting shot at. The light takes the gateway, lands up there, instantly dies, and then the medium is now taking the cache, but it's like he's too split from you. Like you guys really needed to like bunker together and push this as like a ball. If you guys push this as a death ball, if you guys all took the gateway up top and just killed that one guy, reset, kept going, or if you guys just all fully ignored him and went to the bottom, you can even RPG the wall and just go through the wall or throw a C4 at the wall. Like there's ways to open it even if you don't have DMAT. Or if you found a red barrel. Like I know you don't have an RPG, I'm just giving you a bunch of examples of how you could potentially open a wall But that would have been a better approach. But instead, you guys all just split and gave all these enemies perfect opportunity to steal this front row. Hurts to see. Hurts to see. Purple got both plugs too. That is harsh. Cold killers, bro. Bro, even I heard that zip. Even I heard that zip, bro. I'm watching a compressed video. NT. Oh, this is a brutal spawn. You guys spawned so far away. Let's see. Okay, so pink is wiped. That means that they're probably fighting purple right now because orange has C. So this is a perfect time. Perfect. Yes. Okay, so lapse on them right away as they go for the C. Nice. Now this should be yours. You don't even have to do this. Like, orange probably isn't going to be third person in this. You're fine. Orange needs to secure theirs. But I get it. Might as well just use the dome because it'll be off cooldown. But the Mento was a little bit like, oh shit, what happened? What rank are these guys? I'm not too sure because this is like a private match scrim. So I'm assuming a lot of these players are high elo. I've recognized some names and I'm pretty sure some of them are like diamond players. Well, I can assume that this is like platinum, diamond, ruby lobbies kind of thing. So I've seen high elo games. But this is like a private match. So these are a little bit more sweaty. These are scrims with like proper teams. I want to assume Alone in Paris is a Alone in Tokyo fan. All lowercase, the clan tag of Tokyo. You guys don't know Alone in Tokyo. He's like one of the best Rust players. Dude's insane. He's like a solo player. He'll like solo V clans in Rust. Crazy. Anyways, back to to the finals gameplay. I'm glad that you ignored 6. I feel like a lot of low elo players might have just been like, oh shit, person in front of me, let me shoot. But I'm glad you're like, no, I need to get with my team and help them. So I like your priority here. Oh, good winch. Yeah, honestly, your winches have been on point. Very good, man. Oh, okay. So, these situations are just kind of unfortunate. You know, that the teams are going to approach you like this. And this is going to be on like a whole, all of you guys as a team. But I really want to push this into people's brains is like, B has this is a minute and a half left on B. You guys do not need to steal. And if Itachi is going to like try and defend, you know, our chair, or wait, is it Archerta? I don't know how to exactly pronounce that. Archer. We'll just go with Archer. If Itachi's going to defend Archer, then they got to be close to each other. Because if Itachi dies, Archer needs to instantly defib him or bring his body to somewhere that is safe. But him pushing off alone here, he gets the 1 kill, which is nice. But now he's committing to another fight, and he dies. Now you're pushing this guy. In this situation, you need to understand, like, this isn't worth fighting. We don't know where the other teams are. We know where one team is. The Cashout is really, really close. And then the other team, we are unaware of at this point, as far as you guys have figured out. So you're much better just grabbing your teammate's body. This guy's running away from you. He's not a threat right now. Grab your teammate's body and tell your medium, like, I'm bringing his body. Come meet me here. Go into like a room and just reset together. It's fine if somebody steals it back. It's fine if somebody starts, you know, threatening to steal yours. You even have a C4. As you're running by, just quickly chuck a C4 below it, and you have a little bit of a stall here. But trying to, like, commit to this fight here, it's like we see A is right here. Purple can perfectly look over. Sure, you can wipe orange, but now you're in a bad situation because your light is now getting revived in the open. It looks like your medium just took a big chunk of damage. You're getting blasted in the back. So it's like, I get it. It's the last person and you want to get this wipe. That feels really important to you, and it is an important thing in the grand scheme of things. But it costed you guys this. It really did. It costed you guys this fight. Like, people need to understand that there's still a lot of time. Safety is really important. Resetting is really important. If you guys are just able to stay alive, then you have more options. You can't do anything when you're dead, and putting yourself in these risky situations where you could potentially end up dead just doesn't really make sense to me. Get back to the fight. Yeah, okay. We don't know where they are. I understand you need to steal right away. I would much rather your medium steal it, but like, we see that there is some stuff placed on this cash out, but we also walk by. Let me get back to the point where we walk by it. Right here, in the corner of this room, there is a goo barrel. Right, goo barrel is very, very good for defending and protecting yourself. So what I would have done is like, see where the opening is, or on the other side of the room. I would have just pulled it with winch, pulled it into that spot, then throw a goo barrel at this area or wherever you might think that they're coming from. That way you guys can steal from an angle where you force them like to come around a goo wall or something, because you have one chance at this basically. Doing this right in the open where you know that they're going to be there, you can see something blinking on it, so if there's a grenade or something that hits this, then you guys are going to be cooked. And then I think they were hiding under the stairs or in the room or something like that, because the DMAT opened. Oh yeah, they're in that room. So yeah, the DMAT opens up, and now you guys are just getting pushed. Again, this mine pops. Like, where it is, they know where it is. They're set up for it. So making sure that you make this as safe as you can. Always be thinking about those barrels on the ground and like, can I use this? Is there going to be a potential to use this? And then go for it. Let's get into the next game. Okay, we're taking high ground. Good. I see. Okay. Let me guess. You RPG this. Didn't? Oh, you didn't even comment to your teammate. Ooh. Ooh. Ew. You like panicked and couldn't make a decision here. Yeah, we were dealing with two teams right off the rip. Like, our best bet is just to get to the bottom. The thing is, like, in a situation like this where you're facing two other teams at the beginning of say Seoul, specifically Clinic, right? There's gonna be tons of different maps, tons of different situations where this might happen. But here specifically, your best bet is to actually just position yourself at the bottom of this building, because most teams fight for high ground. I even said at the beginning, oh, good, I like that you got high ground. And then you jumped off once you had noticed that your teammate had died. And it's like, we have pink here. We just watched pink fully come through, right? And then very shortly after, boom, we're getting shot by purple. Something's not right here. And you instantly like, oh fuck, let me just retreat. Smart. I would 100% retreat. I would retreat to the left here. Jump down and go to the left, because that's where pink just came from. You know that there's not a threat there. And if you can call your teammates to just reset, everybody being positioned below and everybody wanting to fight for high ground is going to be really good. Your entire team is set up below. The other two teams are going to be fighting for high ground. They can clash, they can fight, and you can third party. Instead, you kind of panic. You wanted to go in here, but it's like you just watch pink like land below and then push into the building. Of course, you're going to run into them here. Then you start running here and you go, oh shit, there's no like entrance. What am I supposed to do? Then you go back. You didn't calm to your teammate that they were down here. And then boom. Where can I sign up for personal coaching? You can DM me on Discord and we can discuss it. There is a fee for private coaching. Obviously, if I'm doing a live stream or a YouTube video, then there is, some monetary gain. So if I'm not able to make it public, then it just has to be worth my time is basically the reason for the fee. But that's where you just DM me and we can kind of set it up. I don't have anything official as of yet. I might do something more official in the future. There has been a lot of people reaching out in DMs about it so far, so trying to find times has been a little bit tricky, making sure that everything works for everybody's schedule, especially with different time zones and stuff. And me working a full-time job doesn't make that easy, but I try to accommodate as much as I can. It is unfortunate, like getting picked up like that. So there's not really like much you guys can do here besides just like suicide or just try to go for the revive. Yeah, the light getting picked off just kind of like threw the fight, which is unfortunate, but it's super difficult. Sometimes it's like that's the best position for them, but they can just get picked off, especially if there's an enemy light that just kind of counters them. Yeah, we're pushing this. Okay, I'm gonna give a tip for lights here. Positioning in a way where you can get some damage but then escape is the best place to be if you're going to be the first one in. I do not like how Itachi has been constantly like trying to get in there and trying to get a pick or something like that, and then it ends up dying. If they get a pick and then they die, and then that person that they got picked instantly gets defibbed, that is a loss. Like, you guys are losing that fight at that moment. It's very up to you in the medium to full on clutch. I would much rather, if it's an open spot like this where there's no quick escape for the medium, for him to just allow you as the heavy to go in first and start getting a lot of damage to initiate that fight so that he can follow up with a cloak DB in the back. It would have been a lot more effective here. But instead, he just goes in, instantly dies. And now it's fully up to you in the medium to clutch this up. So we'll see what happens. And realize we're dealing with two teams here. Very important thing to note is we're dealing with both orange and pink. Purple is on the other side of the map, completely safe. But if you take a note, the cash out on B is about to end, which means that there's a very, very good chance that they come to A. They're going to have to start moving to the middle of the map regardless. Unless there's a vault that spawns basically right on them or on clinic, you can almost guarantee that you guys are about to get fourth partied. You guys are the third party to orange and pink right now. There's a fat chance right now that purple is going to be going behind you. If they want to play it safe and just like avoid this fight, they totally can, but that is something that should be a reality for you guys. So this is a good position where you guys are at right now. I would play on this side of the map because that means that if purple is coming in, they're not coming in at an approach behind you guys, but you guys can be the ones to pinch any other teams. So now we're trying to push in. Now that pink is wiped, you guys are just trying to clean up orange. If we look at the kill feed, who killed your light? What team is that? Alright. Yeah. And purple gets this for free. This is why we need to be so much more aware of respawn timers, of cash out timers, of where every enemy position is. This is like object permanence. I understand it is more complex than just like, oh, object permanence, like babies can do that. It is more complex than that, I admit it, but that is the concept. But you just have to understand that all these teams do exist. All these players are a threat. Where could they potentially be, and when are they going to be approaching is a very, very important thing. So definitely something to constantly keep in your mind. The positioning was fine. I would not have approached there. I would have let purple come in and start to clean up. Realistically, it would have been even better to defend it for like orange or something like that rather than giving it to purple. Because purple is already getting the other cash out. They're getting a really big lead now. So trying to steal that lead from them is going to be a nightmare. Nice. Alright, let's set up C4. Yep. Right positioning. Good. Textbook. Ooh. This is like, I feel like this is like classic thing I like doing. Yeah, you can submit second. Yeah, I really like going up to the room above, like that little library, because there's almost always a red barrel or a fire barrel that I find there that you can just open a hole. That way you can play above. I do this setup every single time I play this. And it works really, really well. Because the one thing I really like about this room is all these little bookcases make it a lot easier for you to get cover for free. There's even a goo barrel that's even nicer because you can now get even more of a defensive setup. But I like playing that room. Playing even further above is perfectly fine here, because you can use light getting picked up again. It hurts. It hurts. Seeing it too much. Maybe it's just his loadout. It's very difficult to use that effectively, but. Yeah, that sucks. Let's see what we do on this approach. I feel like a lot of these fights just start with your light Itachi just being dead. I think the Loadout, like, I like using DB. I'm completely fine with the DB as a choice, but I don't think he fully understands how to position as a light, which makes it really hard for him to get proper use out of the DB. I would almost suggest, like, if he really wants to stick with DB, to pick up, what's it called? Dash instead, because Dash can compensate for a lot of bad positioning, which I think is Itachi's biggest problem. His positioning as a light is just not it. Yeah, see, he still has like really good understanding of like gateways and stuff. So I don't think he needs to like drop light at all. But I think he really needs to work on his positioning. And just making sure that he's not like the first one in dying over and over again. Submit a VOD. There is a Discord that I have, !Discord. If you guys are watching from YouTube, then there is a description in the videos that have a Discord link. Those are your best bet. There is a channel there for submitting VODs and coaching. You can also DM me if you have any questions. I try to interact with everybody that's asking about coaching, or if you want private sessions, we can obviously discuss that as well. At a cost. But these reviews that are public are free. Ooh, good winch. Okay, good. Good escape. Good re-entry. I like this movement. I like the decision making. You just need to play your life. Yeah. Nice. Good winch. Good winch. That just like won you guys the game. That just won you guys the game, that winch. Good shit. Nice. Okay, I like to see that. You didn't just throw your life away at the first sign of an enemy. You waited for your opportunity. That is smart. That is good. Skyway. Up, down, left, right. Yeah, I would just sit on this gateway, make sure that you're... I would have asked for like drop. Gateway, give me gateway. Give me that gateway, bro. Yeah, because if you get that gateway, and then you could just place a C4 at the end of the gateway, take out your RPG, back out a little bit. As they come through, you can just blast them. Yeah, I basically just DM people whenever I'm going to be reviewing them. Usually I try to do it ahead of time, but most of the time it just kind of happens just before. Because sometimes I don't really know when I'm going to be reviewing and who I'm going to be reviewing. I try to go in order, but it's... schedule is not as set as I would like it to be, so it just kind of happens. Why are we letting the light go ahead? What? Like, you should be the first one up here getting shot at, not your light. Oh, we're just like throwing these. That's funny. Your light's gonna be up. But they're gonna have defender coins. Yeah, getting split like this is not good. They have defender coins. You gonna try and go for the flip? Oh. The pick. Yeah, we're as a team, you guys are just too staggered. Like, I get him going for the flip, like if it happened to be cool, but better to just like try to reset, play as a team. Like the light messed up early on and dying, you should have been the first one up. Once we get that intel, or like once shit hits the fan, just reset. Either just everybody die, or just try to like live and reset. But there was no time where you guys reset. It was just constant like 2v3s, 1v3s, 2v3s, 1v3s. There wasn't like a time where you guys like properly regrouped and played as like a full. Is melatonin and drinking caffeine a bad idea? At the same time? Yeah, probably. Which would confuse your brain. But in the same day, I mean, it's perfectly normal. there. Yep. I would have either just like stuck the bait there, like tried to force the fight to happen. But you guys just kind of like stalled, and again, everybody's just kind of like off on their own getting picked. Like, the light needs to pick up LH1 or the XP or like the M11 or something if they want to play like this. Like, they're playing so split, but whenever I use a shotgun, if I'm using M26, if I'm using the SH on light, like, I play off my team. Like, it's not an LH1, right? You're not like off on your own trying to get picks, like playing off of your teammates in that way. You're playing off of your teammates by being close to them. And like, if you land a winch and your light's there to just land one SH shot on somebody who just gets winched, like, that person's dead every time. Like, they need to support and enable you guys more, and you guys need to enable each other. But everyone's just playing for themselves, it feels like. Again, we're like not with our teammates, or our teammates aren't with you, however you want to word it. But you guys are not playing together. And again, our light is dead. Our medium has 1 HP. You're at 3 bars. This is a mess. You guys are not fighting together when you need to be fighting together. There needs to be somebody calling a target, and you guys need to go for that target. Every fight is kind of like starting to be a repeat. I feel like a lot of these early games, you guys were doing a lot better, but things are just starting to fall apart. I think you guys are either like getting tilted or just burnt out. Like none of these fights are playing together. Like, you guys literally just fought this team here. You know that there's going to be a team behind you, and we're all split up, taking things at different times. Like, it's just a mess. It's a mess. Wrong chat? Yeah. He did not get that plug. Worth the attempt, I suppose. Alright, so we're just waiting for Itachi to coin. Okay, so we're going to be a jump pad C4 play. I think this is fine. We need to make sure that our light is in a good position when we do this. So the light was not really in the best position. The light needed to be like a little bit closer. They're obviously looking this way, but like, the light isn't ready for this. You guys are going into a 2v3, jumping up, and this... I'm hoping this turns out well, but I have a sneaking suspicion that this might not turn out well. Yeah. Like, I feel like this is becoming like a really repeat thing every time. Is like, you guys are not coordinated, you guys aren't working together. Like, your light needs to be way closer to utilize that shotgun during this fight. If you had given him time to set up a gateway where the moment that you guys jump, he's taking a gateway at the same time, and now you guys are both collapsing onto the same target, like, that would have worked out. But I already called it before, where I could see where the light was not ready for this fight at all. He's so delayed. You guys go up, you start fighting, you get shot at, you get blasted, but there's no value out of you taking that damage. So it was just staggered again. People were just kind of entering bit by bit rather than all together. I'm assuming we're just gonna kind of like try and panic take this fight here. There's not much time left. Unfortunate. Yeah, I would say like honestly the fights in this were just kind of messy. Like the last one was probably like your worst game, and that's probably why you were last place. But yeah, the main thing is just making sure that you guys are coordinated. Win those a little bit more. But overall, like your aim is good, your winches are good. There was a lot of promising things there. I want to assume that you might be diamond. I'm not too sure. I'd have to see what your rank is, but you guys play well. You know it a lot, or you know a lot of like the macro, and you know a lot of understanding of how the game is played. A couple things to work on would just be making sure that you are always paying attention to the scoreboard, knowing when you could potentially get third partied, and not, opening up your, uh, your defenses in that way. Like a lot of times, you guys are like bunkered in a position where I'm like, oh, this is good, and then you instantly lose that just to get third partied. Making yourself very vulnerable to getting shot at from the extra teams that are going to be rolling in, making sure that first place doesn't snowball. A lot of those games, like first place was snowballing because we were just allowing them to. So making sure that we put a stop to that. And then when it comes to team fights, a lot of that was just super uncoordinated. There needs to be a lot more communication. I think having one IGL to make the comms and make sure everybody's ready on those. So it's, hey guys, like I want to C4 RPG, or sorry, C4 jump pad, and then I'm going to RPG to enter the fight. Are you guys ready for this? If everyone's like, yeah, I'm ready for it. Okay, then we're doing it. If not, it's like, okay, like Light, are you in the right position? Are you gonna be able to follow up? Yes. Okay, do it. Other than that, like I said, overall good gameplay. Just a lot of little macro things and specifically team coordination stuff that needs to be worked on.